good evening, and we have resumed to our cooking session. Loving it,
Yay! We've been
and
hungry, Surekha.
Yay!
and that's why I have come up with a very good dish today. I was, in a dilemma which one to do, a vegetarian one or a non-vegetarian one, but I chose a non-vegetarian one. So it's a very common dish that can be made. This recipe can be made in any kind of meat, whichever is your choice, chicken, mutton, or you can also do with duck or beef or anything of your choice. Just the procedure is common, but the recipe is unique actually. Even I have tried this only once, and it was just last Sunday, and it was surprisingly very tasty. So I thought to share that with you all.
Yay! What is it called?
It's actually, I haven't given any name yet, but it is mutton cooked with curd. So, but it tastes like something that is called Mutton Rogan Gosh in India. So we have raw mutton here, nice, clean, fresh. I haven't cooked it. I haven't pre-cooked anything. So I'm starting with the scratch. I'll just show you all the mixtures that I have prepared. So the very first ingredient is this. I will start off with this. This is curd. In curd, I have mixed salt, red chili powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder. It's all as per your choice. Red chili powder I have added as 2 tablespoons, you can say, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. And coriander powder is just double of red chili powder. Whatever is your choice of spice, you can just double the measurement of coriander powder. So I have taken 4 tablespoons of coriander powder here. So I've just mixed it very well, and I'm going to marinate the mutton here. And we have just taken 3 tablespoons of curd, and that is also thick curd with no water added in it. It's nice creamy curd. The curd is made at home. This homemade curd. So I'm just
Surekha,
wrapping it.
can we here in the West use Greek yogurt, which is the thicker?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, definitely. Just no flavors in the curd. Plain curd is good. Like we should avoid any strawberry curds or any other flavored curd. Just plain Greek yogurt is also fine. Something that is just thick and that just slightly, coats the flesh or the meat which you are using. So you can see I have just rolled and turned and twisted these pieces and coated every piece with this curd and all the measurements,
Gotcha.
other ingredients. So I'm just leaving it aside. This is the very first step. I could have done it earlier, but I am, I wish to show you this.
So please, Surekha, one more time the amounts of your spices slowly.
Yes, definitely. So we have taken 3 tablespoons of curd, in which I have taken half a tablespoon of salt, half teaspoon of turmeric powder. Then I have 2 tablespoons of red chili powder. That's medium spice red chili powder. Then I have 4 tablespoons of coriander powder. Yes. And if you have, if it's available in the local market, any garam masala powder.
Oh, plus
Any garam masala. Yeah, the garam masala powder is just a mixture of all the raw spices, and you can have as half a tablespoon of garam masala powder in that.
Okay.
Yeah. So and this is half. Yes, and this is half a kg of mutton. Half kg of mutton, and next I have nice hot oil here. This is cleared sunflower oil, in which I'm going to fry 3 big onions. I have cut it very, very fine, very, just like lace, because I have to fry them in the oil.
So it's they're
So
sliced.
three, yes, it's just you can see as julienne cut, three big onions. So the oil is hot. We'll add slowly and very gently because this might splash up. And we cannot add too much of onions in this as the temperature of the oil might reduce suddenly. So once it's nice and golden brown, we'll take on a kitchen towel or on tissue paper. We have to do it very gently because we don't want the onions to burn. And this process also, I was supposed to make it, beforehand, but I thought of doing it along with you because this is the most simplest method if all these steps are, already done. So I decided to do this along with you guys.
I don't know what happened to Al Grasso. He's always asking for lamb, and this would work just beautifully for lamb as
Yes,
well.
yes, 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 yes. This will go with lamb as well.
Yeah.
So the purpose of adding just curd is it gives a nice gravy coat to the meat, and we are not adding any tomatoes to this because curd itself gives us the tangy flavor
Mm.
and the sweet and the sour flavor as well. Once these onions are nice and golden brown, we'll remove it and we'll make a paste of it.
Oh,
So
paste.
along with this, yes, along with this happening aside, I'll show you the next paste that I have pre-made, I have prepared already. This is cashew nut, ginger garlic, and all the raw spices. The raw spices includes star anise,
Hold on.
brown and
Slow, slow,
green.
slow, slow. I'm writing,
Ah,
remember? Cashew nut.
yeah, so sorry. I have taken 6 to 7 cashew nuts.
Uh-huh.
Then there are raw spices in it. Raw spices includes 2 star anise,
To what?
2 bay leaves,
Oh,
star anise.
star
Just
anise. Star
yeah,
anise.
star.
Star
Yes.
anise is I no star anise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Star
Okay.
And
anise.
2 to 3 bay leaves.
Uh-huh.
Then we have cumin seeds. There are two kinds of cumin seeds actually. These are the small and the fine ones.
The
Yes,
tiny
that is
ones. Yeah.
yes,
I
the
know.
little ones.
I have those in my cupboard and I never know what I'm supposed to use it for.
You can use it in biryani.
Uh-huh.
For biryanis, it gives a nice flavor. Then we also have cloves and black pepper in this.
Cloves and
So you can just randomly use them as per your,
taste. Yeah.
yeah, just your taste or your requirement because all these raw spices are actually hot in nature.
Yeah.
After adding, it also gives spice to the, dish, and it's also hot. By means of hot, I mean that it increases the body temperature after having it.
Okay. So
So
you
you
add all
can add,
ginger, garlic, cashew nuts, and all the dry spices. You make it into a
yes,
paste, which is
yes. And one more step in this is the cashew nuts. I have soaked for 5 minutes in lukewarm water. So this cashew nut is being soaked in lukewarm water, and I have just taken the nice raised cashew nuts and grinded it with all the roasted dry ingredients that we have just written down. So
roasted.
these star anise, bay leaves, cloves, cardamom, green and brown cardamom, and cumin seeds. These were roasted very shallow, very, very for, I guess I did it just for 2 minutes to avoid the raw flavor.
Okay, so the things that get roasted are the cardamom, the cumin seeds.
Yes. Star anise.
Oh, everything gets roasted.
Yes, yes, yes. All the raw ingredients, raw dry
Dry
spices,
spices.
yes, were roasted without oil and without any clear butter or anything.
No butter, no oil.
No butter, no oil. Just pure
Okay.
dry.
I'm
So
so busy writing. I wanted to say hi to Darius, who's joined us.
yes, hello Darius. Jai Baba.
He's a slave driver. All right, very nice. So now we're frying the onions. And we're making mutton with curd today, Darius. I noticed
Yes.
you joined a little late.
No,
Thank you
Farid,
for
I've been
joining,
here since
Darius.
the beginning, actually.
Ah, good. Okay. I just saw your video. All right.
So yes, and I can see, I guess Noori uncle just wrote Jai Baba, Noori uncle.
Oh,
I guess,
Medichan.
Oh, Herr Chand, yes.
yeah,
Where'd he go?
I guess he left.
He was here.
Yeah, he wrote Jai Baba and he left.
Oh.
It's okay. So only these two ingredients, and the third one is this. That's the onion paste. So apart from this, we'll be making the second, step in pressure cooker. So I hope that you guys have a pressure cooker.
Surekha, I don't know who's running the thing, but your video should be spotlighted. I think it is. Okay. I just want to make sure it is. Yeah, never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah.
You said
So,
onion paste?
yes,
Surekha,
this
did you say
onion paste.
onion paste?
Yes, yes, yes. So this onion that I
Oh.
am frying in oil,
Oh,
we'll make a paste of it.
you're making it. I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we have to slightly increase the temperature as onions are very slowly cooking. And you can see that I haven't made it very brown or very dark. It's just reddish
Reddish
and
golden.
slight brown.
Well,
Yes,
I always wondered
golden.
how to make, because not all onions cook at the same rate or brown. And this will be helpful to me in Persian cooking because what you have there is a lot of oil and you just do
Yes,
small batches at a time.
small batches at a time, and I'm keeping and stirring it continuously so that the onions are turned upside down because the upper portion remains above the oil and just the ends or the lighter
Oh.
portion are dipped in the oil. So
Oh,
I'm just slightly pushing the onions inside
mm.
so that we have evenly brown and nicely cooked onions.
Can you, if possible, bring the camera close to your dish?
Yes, yes,
I gotta
definitely.
check this out. Okay. Yeah, it looks foamy, but it's
Okay.
just the white onions. Okay, I see it.
Yes.
And how much oil do you think you added?
The oil is just, as per the vessel, I need a good amount of
Yeah.
oil. This is a big, pan, kadai. So I have taken like 300 ml of oil,
That's like 1 or 2
250 to 3.
cups, at least 2 cups of oil in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, 2 cups of oil.
Wow.
And this oil is reusable. You can use this oil in other dishes because this hasn't been spoiled by any non-veg dish or anything because it's just onions and if we use this oil again for making other dishes, even without adding onions, it can have the taste of onion
Yeah,
because the oil has the
Flavor.
onion flavor
Yeah.
in it.
that's right.
Yeah. So the onions have started being orange, and the key point in frying these onions are you have to know the timing when to pull them out, because after taking the onions out, it has the temperature to cook itself more
Mm.
because it's still hot.
Mm-hmm.
So once you can see that the edges are nice and golden, dark golden, you will get to see after removing it outside, it gets darker
Mm-hmm.
because it still is hot and it still has the oil, which is hot, that keeps the cooking process on.
Yeah, that same true with eggs when you boil eggs, and if you want it
Yes,
just not
yes.
quite hard boiled, but somewhere on its way there, you have to wash it in
Mm-hmm.
cold
And
water.
it's also with cooking spinach and any other green leaf vegetable, because it has the temperature. So in many dishes, after cooking it, they dip it in ice cold water to
Yeah,
stop the cooking process.
yeah, yep,
For
yep.
actually for making palak paneer, we did this process that we dip that in nice and cold water after giving it a single boil, so
Mm,
that we can restore the green color of the spinach, and we don't lose the color, and we also have it cooked. So now you can see is the time that I pull them out, because the corners of the onions are nice dark, and when I pull them out, it still has the temperature to cook more, so it will become nice, evenly golden color.
nice,
You
very
can
nice
see
color.
that the earlier batch and this batch, both of the batches have the same color. And that is actually the key thing while frying this, because these onions you can also use as a toppings to any other dish. You can fry this more, and you can use as toppings for your biryani or pulao or anything. Now this step is over. Now I'm slightly giving the onions to cool down. I'm giving it time, just 1 minute to half a minute. And I'll shift this pan behind. I'll turn off the flame and shift it behind. So for some time I'll mute myself because I have to grind it, and that would be very noisy.
I can hear the Samadhi dogs.
These are our naughty members here outside who are actually hungry because they have smelled the dish. We cannot eat before feeding them because this is their favorite dish.
I'm sure.
So their dinner, their lunch, and their breakfast is the first priority. And my aunt, Provin's mom, she makes sure that they have been, given their food first and then to us.
Oh, believe me, I know. I have a kitten
How
at
many dogs?
There are,
How
there
many?
are two big, there are two 2-year-old dogs, and there are three, just 3 months old dogs. And right
Oh
now,
my goodness.
Farishte, you'll be surprised that we have 3 new kittens.
Oh,
The
send me
mama
one of
kitten
them.
have
I need one more.
the
Mine is
mama
getting
kitten have
surgery today, so I'm worried about her.
oh oh So we are going to have our kitten surgery as well, because this was her second, you know,
Baby.
what to say, babies. These are the
Litter.
second baby.
Litter baby.
Yes. So now I'll just mute myself for some time.
So she's going to be grinding now. Good to see you, Betty.
Absolutely, Thursday. Wow, it's been way too long.
Yes. Baba's keeping me way too busy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you drawing and all that too with the art
Another thing.
class?
I'm lucky to have time to draw. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's been great, though. Busy is good. Then less time to worry.
It is good.
How's
Exactly.
how's everything at your place? Everything calm and quiet now?
It's good. Well, now, yeah, we kind of came through a catastrophe that was we had a big storm that knocked
I know.
many trees down around the ice storm. Yeah, I'm just looking. I think it'll take us a year to clear out all, but that's okay. Little
Yeah.
by little.
It happens. Your Zoom video is
Yeah, we're good.
frozen, so I don't know what's happening. There you go. You kind of
I'm frozen?
slowly pop it.
No?
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes you come and go, but it could be mine too. Who knows? All right, there she is. Is she back on video? Not yet, or audio. She's doing things, mysterious things.
So nice to be back in Surekha's kitchen. Ooh.
Yes.
So Jai Baba, so I have this paste ready, and you can see the size is reduced to, a huge amount, because I took 3 big onions, literal big onions, and now the paste is just this much, 3 to 4 spoons.
Wow.
So I'm just turning on the flame. I can use the oil in which we have fried. So we have this special tool. Take this oil.
Surekha, is that the onions that you just cooked?
Mhm.
Is that
Yes.
right? Oh, that
Yes,
you
yes,
blended up? Is that right?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you okay.
So I am taking 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. You can use now clear butter to give the tadka, that is the tempering. So this is the pressure cooker that I'm going to use with this vessel. So the very first thing that I'm going to drop in is the cashew nut, ginger garlic, and the raw spices paste. It's gonna, smell delicious now, because the raw spices and cashew nuts just boosts the, flavors. Cashew nuts actually is a very rich, what to say, part in this. It has a very rich part in this, because it has its own oil that it secretes, and we will not require more oil to add, because the mutton has its own oil, the cashew nut has their own oil that will release the moment it starts well cooking. Wow, so it smells good, because we have cardamom, we have star anise, we have bay leaves, we have cloves, black pepper. So now you can see that in the marination there is small liquid that has been, secreted. That is the actual oil or the fat. Because we have added salt to the meat, it has started releasing the fatty liquid from it. So I'm keeping my flame on medium to high. Now I'm going to add this onion paste in the same thing. It's okay if you cannot take the whole paste out because you are gonna add a little bit of water before leaving it to whistle.
What are you adding now?
This is the onion paste.
Onion paste, yeah.
The onion paste. This is the onion paste. If you wish, if you think that you need to add some spice now, you can definitely add. If you haven't added the proper amount of spice in your marination, you can definitely add it now. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt for just this mixture. This is half a teaspoon of salt because we have already added salt to this meat. And I'm adding just half a teaspoon to, you can also add 1 teaspoon of mutton masala that is available in Indian markets.
Oh boy.
But you can also look for that in Indian markets that's outside.
You don't think we have enough masala in all the other things?
No, actually, we haven't added, we have added the masala in this for the marination that has been absorbed in the meat. But we need this masala for the onions and the cashew nut paste. So every step we add some salt or some masala for that particular ingredient or for that particular
Hi, I'd like 1 cinnamon roll and that's it.
Gail, you're on video.
I would also like to have one.
Yeah, order us.
Order for us as well.
Yes.
Gail.
Wow.
Funny.
So yes.
I think she's getting hungry, like us. Oh.
Yes.
Well,
This is.
can I say something really important to the American or people not in India? It's essential to get Greek yogurt that is full fat, because if you've ever had Indian food, it's always with full fat, and it'll mess up your consistency and your taste if you try to get by with low fat yogurt. It'll screw it up.
That is very good. I thought you were going to announce some kind of an earthquake or something.
So now,
well, it would be an earthquake, feel like an earthquake if you had gone through all this trouble and you have this really soupy, weird gravy in the dish.
Yes, full fat it is.
Actually, so this dish, you can have it with bread, chapatis, paratha, or naan, tandoori, and even rice. Also, you can have, yes?
Sorry, I was just going to say, this sounds very much like a korma dish, right?
It does, but the dish is called korma when coconut is added. You can definitely add coconut to it, either coconut milk or just the fresh coconut paste.
Yeah. Shredded, yeah.
Yes, yeah. But the procedure is all the same. You can definitely add, and you can see it's a good idea to add, but adding coconut means you are reducing the spice. Whenever you add coconut, the spice is neutralized. And if for equalizing the spice, if you add more spice, then that will increase your body temperature. So that would be harmful. If you want medium spice food, then you will definitely would like to add coconut to this.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah. So now the paste has started to release its oil. That means the onions have now absorbed the flavors of ginger garlic paste. The ginger garlic paste is cooked. Now I'm adding this marinated meat in this with all the mixture. I'm just gonna add some water so that I have space to mix them nicely. I'm adding normal room temperature water, but you could add lukewarm water or hot, nice boiling water, because adding the room temperature water would reduce the cooking speed of the already cooked ingredients. Yeah. So the amount of water that I'm going to add is going to be just half a cup. And that water, I will be taking all the paste onion that's left in this jar. I'll just drop in some oil in this jar, some water in this jar. And with help of my fingers, that's very clean, nice. I'm gonna just give it a nice shake, a nice stir, and add this in the pressure cooker. So yes, you need not add any water more because the meat is gonna release its own liquid. Yeah, so I'm just going to twist and turn this dish. And the most awaited part starts now. That is the whistling part. So if you are using any meat that's red meat, so you'll have to give around 5 to 6 whistles. That goes to around 20 to 25 minutes. If you don't have a whistle cooker, but you have a pressure cooker that doesn't give any voice indication. So at least 20 to 25 minutes for the meat to cook. So you can see that this is really thick now. I haven't added any water more, just half a cup of water. And I'm gonna give this a nice, and if your pressure cooker is having any leak, or it is not, it has a liquid flow outside, you can just add few drops here where the holes are there in the top cover.
Okay.
So so there won't be any liquid flow outside. So I have covered the lid. Now I leave it to medium to high, and I will leave it to have a whistle of 5 to 7. If it's 7, it's good, but the 8th one will will just splatter everything, and the meat will be spread all over, and it will become a paste. So 7 whistle, that is 20 to 25 minutes of cooking, is enough because we have also marinated it. That means the cooking process has already started during the marination.
So my mom used to use those pressure cookers back home, but I never worked with it. So when you say 5 to 6 whistles, does it automatically start whistling by itself?
Yes.
That's my question too.
The same question?
Yeah,
So
exactly. I
the
don't
whistle,
understand this.
yes, the concept of whistle is when this is a pressure cooker, it creates, the pressure, the air pressure inside the vessel. And after reaching the saturation point of this vessel, that has a whistle. And once that whistle is released, it settles down again. And then again, this air pressure increases. So it's moreover like steam, and the whistle means it's steam, but it's just a closed vessel. So the indication of this whistle is that it has had 5 to 7 steams, and that's enough for meat to cook.
Okay, that's
Just
perfectly
a
clear.
quick question, Surekha. In
Like a
ours,
relief
Yeah.
valve.
we just get one whistle and then we turn it down to low. But do you turn it down every time your thing?
Actually, no. Actually, what happens is the temperature. If we have a constant temperature, the meat is cooked evenly.
Right.
If we have a higher temperature in the starting, then we'll have to reduce the number of whistles at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, if we take 2 whistles on high flame, then we'll have to take just 3 whistles more in the low flame. Okay, because the temperature has started increasing rapidly in the first 2 whistles. So we require the next 2 whistles to, have a very slow cooking process so that the meat is not undercooked. I guess I could make it clear. It's clear in my mind, but I'm not sure if I made it very clear.
No, now I think I've got it, because these cookers are very different from the one we have. A Hawkins, and one whistle,
Yes.
and then you turn it down and let it cook for 20 minutes, and your meat is just perfect, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
this is a
When we
different
are in
Hawkins.
hurry, yes, yes. When we are in rush, we are in hurry. We give 3, high pressured whistles and 3 very low pressured whistles, so that it's evenly cooked. But now that we have time, I have just left it for 5 to 7 whistles. I'll give 6 whistles today, or actually I'll give 7 itself, because that's Baba's number. The dish should have Baba's flavor. So I'll give 7 whistles, and on a very constant, flame.
Medium flame,
It's
or
a medium. It's little bit medium to high, just slightly high.
And
Medium to high.
would we be able to hear the whistle?
Yes,
Just
yes,
now?
definitely.
That's
Yes,
what I
yes,
want
yes.
to see. Okay.
That will be loud. I'm
Yeah,
not going to mute
yeah,
myself.
fantastic. So what are you planning to serve?
First whistle is this, because it already has curd in there, so I'll not make any, curd dish, a side dish. But if I had tomatoes in this and not curd, then I'll make a raita. That's, just a salad, curd salad, in which I'll have onions, tomatoes, coriander leaves, salt, a little bit of sugar, because that neutralizes the spice, and also it has the tangy flavor. So, but today, because it is made of curd, I will just have it with chapati and rice and sliced lemon. So I can just, squeeze just a small piece of lemon, 1/4 piece of lemon, and have it with rice, freshly chopped onions.
Lovely.
And you can have it with chapatis, you can have it with dosa, the same dish you can have it with dosa, the same dish you can have it with idli. This is South Indian combination to have it with idli and dosa, because many a times we have had the non-veg dishes prepared one day before, and we have a breakfast morning. So in the morning, because the masalas and everything are nicely absorbed in the meat, so it's more tastier the next day. It's just like the wine. The more it's in the masala, the more tastier it is.
So
Even for biryani, yeah.
You finished. I don't want to make
Even
you forget.
even for biryanis, if we make biryani today, it's more tastier when you give a second steam the next day, because the masalas are totally been absorbed by the rice.
Okay, so you mentioned this is called mutton something gosh. So how do you spell that?
Mutton Rogan, Rogan.
Which means the oil.
I'm not sure about that. It's
Yeah.
a Rogan Gosh. It's the common name, Mutton Rogan Gosh.
Gosh. Gosh.
Gosh. Yes. Gosht is actually the Hindi term for meat.
Yeah, it's Persian actually.
Oh, is it?
So Rogan is also Persian for oil. So it's meat in oil, and mutton is obviously, mutton, the type variety. I always wondered what all that was about on menus. Now you're making my world so much easier for going to Indian restaurant and ordering.
Yes. You can definitely ask for mutton Rogan Gosh. It's and you can also say to, as per your requirement, the spice and all. We definitely ask them to make it little spicier, because spice is all that we want. Even if it does not have any taste, the spice is enough for us to satisfy the taste buds. But definitely not for you guys. I can, when I was in third or fourth, I used to have fried fish, and the fish while eating, I used to have all tears in my eyes. But still, I used to eat it because I loved it so much, the spice of the food. it has, it has now reduced a lot, but I used to have tears all over my face. And also I used to have nice sweat on my nose, all sweaty, sweaty.
Sounds
Wow.
great. Yeah, Persian food is definitely not spicy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, much milder. But we go for the subtle flavors of the herbs and
But
all the
the
ingredients.
very, very interesting part in Persian food is they have flavors in that. The spices, you can see the whistle, you can hear the whistle. That was the first
Oh
whistle.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, that was the first one. And it's in the medium to high flame. This is the second.
Wow.
So this way, and the smell is very good. The third.
Wow.
It's coming pretty quick, so I'm gonna reduce the flame to really medium because we don't want it to be raw. So this was 3 whistles in medium to high, and now I'm going to take 4 whistles in medium.
Yeah, it's coming back to back.
Yes. So we have to reduce the flame. This is the big burner. So last time I made in a smaller burner, so this one is big. So that's why I guess I should be keeping it to medium.
Of
So,
course,
this is always a learning process.
of course, Surekha, one can make the same dish in a slow cooker for a long period.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had 4 nice, fast and quick whistles. So we'll take 3 slow whistles. So we have nice tender meat and it's not raw.
Surekha, this is Gail. When I order this dish in America, it's Rogan and then it's spelled Josh. And I also have a recipe from Milk Street, which is a someplace and it also says Josh. So I think in America, that's how you might see
Josh,
it.
Mutton Rogan Josh. Josh is just to make the name of dish interesting. Josh means what I can say. Josh means the excitement or the anxiety in Hindi actually. So just for making the menu interesting, they give the name as Josh. The energy actually, the actual translation to Hindi to English is energy.
Energy or boiling even.
That's right. Strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's in Kashmir we call it Josh, or in the North India it's called Josh, but in Bombay and South India or anywhere there we call it Gosh.
I mean, the Central Indian portions and in South Indian portions, it's called Gosh.
Gosh, yeah.
From the name Gosht, Gosht means meat, the flesh. Yeah. So I can smell it very nicely, and we haven't received any whistle after turning it down to medium, so we'll have to wait for some time.
So when it's whistling, the only adjustment you make would be to turn the heat up or down. Otherwise, you don't adjust it at all. Is that right?
No, because this is a big burner, and we want the meat to cook it evenly. We don't want the whistles to come very fastly. If it's coming very fast, that means the temperature is high, but the cooking process is slow.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if the pressure is high, that means just the air pressure is coming up high, but the meat cooks with its own pace. So we'll have to see that the pace and the pressure gets matched at some point. I think I'm making the point clear, or else I'm very poor at it.
What was that, Darius?
I think we have to experiment.
2 things before I forget. Happy Nowruz to you.
Oh, thank you. Happy Nowruz to you too.
Thank you. And Rogan, I think you said it meant something to do with oil, but Rogan actually is the color. Rogan means red.
Red, okay.
And that's where the name comes from, Rogan Gosh.
So I guess that means the red gravy that's gonna come in this.
Yeah, because Rogan in Farsi means oil. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah, I have even seen in some oil cans, Rogan oil or something, olive, Rogan olive or something like that. I have read somewhere.
Maybe
So
that's
that's why I could relate. Mhm.
is that the
But
Hindi meaning of Rogan? Is red? That's Hindi.
Not directly, but Rogan comes from red color.
okay,
Interesting.
Rogan, okay.
But in Hindi, the real red means lal, L-A-L.
Yes, yes, lal, which is actually means ruby.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, whatever you have is from Iran. You know that. I know. Shameless Persian heritage. Rogan. I'm gonna look that up.
Sorry, I got a call.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. We'll wait. Oh,
Okay, so we haven't received any whistle yet, but it's going to come. It's shivering. Yes, so
Yeah,
this
there we
means that
go. Here's
meat will
Rogan Badam oil. So I guess it's used both. I haven't seen the red, but it's
ah,
commonly
okay.
used for
4.
oil as well, or hair oil, or any kind of oil.
Okay.
Badam Rogan
We
oil.
got it.
Wow. The things we learn. What?
And all this time is about 20 to 25 minutes.
Oh, Jim
That's
says
another
today everything is Irish until further notice.
And his last name is Knutson, right? He's a real
There's
Irishman. You Norwegian
we
Irish.
have got four whistles.
Yeah, he does have Irish in him
More whistles.
somewhere. All right, so where are we with our cooking show?
We have at 4 whistles.
But any of the smaller whistles?
Huh?
What about the low whistles? We didn't hear any.
Yeah, we have had one low whistle.
Oh,
So we
okay.
have got total of 4 whistles. We are waiting for 3 more whistles.
3
Small
more.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where we'll have to be patient.
Ah, there it is.
There's another one.
5.
This is the 5th whistle. I'm definitely excited to, take that
Surekha,
out.
Surekha, this is Gail. I have a question.
Hello.
When I've got the anise, the star anise, and I've got the cardamom pods, green and black, do I put them in the mortar and pestle and grind it up, or do I put those in whole?
You have to put those in whole for roasting, and then you'll have to grind that.
Okay. Whole for grinding, and then okay, wonderful. I didn't know that. Thank you.
So we have 7 whistles now, and we are due with one. After this has been done, we'll quickly release the pressure.
There we go.
So it's turned off, and we'll quickly start releasing the pressure. Why? Because we don't want the pressure to remain in this, and that would spoil the texture of our meat. And we'll release it very slowly, because if we keep on releasing, there might be liquid, flow outside. So I can smell the meat, nice. I can smell the dry spices, raw spices that we have added. I can smell the, salt proportion. The salt proportion seems pretty good. Also, you can try sometimes to smell sugar and salt, because while making tea or while making coffee, you can actually, judge the amount of sweetness by the smell. So try to, next time you make tea or coffee for yourself, try to smell the sugar, some kind of a smell that, will start being at peak when you slowly add sugar. Because sugar is an ingredient that enhances any flavor. So if you start adding sugar, if you start adding salt, it will enhance the flavor.
Even
So
when
now we can,
when I make
yes,
those sliced, very finely sliced onions, I sprinkle a little salt and a little bit of sugar, caramelizes them beautifully, and then I eat them raw.
yes, yes. I can see Farishta is eagerly waiting for the dish to come out.
Yes, and I'm messaging also at the same time.
I know I haven't even had breakfast
So
yet, and my mouth is watering.
pressure is totally out. So the pressure is totally out. I can just turn this and open. Wow.
Oh, I see. So you were slowly turning that top to release
Yes.
pressure. Is that right? You
Yes.
were slowly, slowly
I was
releasing that
I
pressure.
was just I was just pulling this whistle up.
Yeah,
While whistling,
right.
this used to
Uh-huh.
pop up. So if we keep it up, that means the air pressure is
Yes.
getting released, because there is a hole in this
I see.
through which the air pressure is getting
Yes,
released
right,
to the whistle.
right.
So I'll
Good.
show you the magic without adding any liquid.
Oh wow!
Such a
Wow, that turned
beautiful
Oh,
red.
beautiful.
Ah,
That turned
Look at the
red.
red. Yeah, that's lovely.
I haven't even
It's
had
beautiful.
breakfast yet. This is so delicious. Oh my!
So you can still see that it's boiling because it has the temperature.
Ah,
You can see that the bones are also cooked, because you can judge that when you see that the bones are being translucent.
Yeah.
If the bones are totally white,
ah,
that means it's still raw. And if the bones are getting translucent, that means it's being cooked and it's soft, and you can even have the bones.
So how much water did you add, Surekha?
Half a cup.
I just add half a cup of water.
That's it.
Yes.
And all that other stuff
And the
is
meat release
from the oil
and the
and
meat
the
release
the onions. Yeah.
was, yes. In that, just for making the paste, I added 2 to 3 spoons of water to keep the grinder rotating. Otherwise, the paste goes to the wall of the grinding jar, and it doesn't make a paste. So now I will just, mix this well,
Oh,
and you can see that we have the meat, we have the the gravy, nice. And this liquid is also the curd that we have added. We added nice thick curd that, after cooked, has given us nice flowy gravy. So this is a mixture of kinds of pieces of meat in this. It has bones, it has clear meat, it has the fat pieces, the white pieces, to give it more fat and more tastier. The more fat a dish has in it, the more tastier it is, indeed. We have the soft dishes, we have bones in this, we have meat, nice red meat in this. I'll just take this out.
Surekha, are you getting my WhatsApp messages?
First, no, actually, because I lost my previous handset, and I have new number in which I have started the WhatsApp, because there's no dual app in this. So I'll ping you with my new number, because I have lost my own old phone.
Okay, yeah, please give it to
And
me.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my new handset.
All right. Oh, look at that beauty.
Now,
So,
can you just
boy.
push it through the
Wow.
screen for me?
Sorry.
Can you just push that through the screen?
yeah, really, send it over.
It's an
Oh, I bet
bottle.
that's
It's
just
absolutely
delicious.
gorgeous.
Very excellent.
Wow.
It
Wow.
is really a
Uh,
piece of art, I should say now, because it was successful for me, which is just my second attempt with this dish. But
Very nice.
oh,
my mother-in-law, she liked it so much that she said that whenever we bring meat, you are gonna cook this for us.
Oh, nice.
Well, you're so diligent in the measurements and in the combination of spices and the order. Surekha, did you go to cooking school or all this? I know we've asked you
Never.
many times, but you know
No,
about
actually.
temperature and hot and cold and what
You know,
different
I
ingredients.
have seen so many master chef episodes. I have seen the logics that they have
ah,
given behind everything. You know, I wish to be a good baker as well, but I have always failed in baking things. I have burnt things. Thank God that I haven't had any blast at home. But
I
I'm
know what
definitely
you mean.
gonna, keep
Yeah,
on
when you have a
practicing.
passion for something, then you pay attention
Right,
Mhm.
and you
exactly,
learn it. Yeah,
exactly.
it's
Yes,
true.
yes.
I
I
can
think you
You know,
mentioned that your mother and your mother-in-law also taught you a lot, right?
yes, yes, yes. Actually, I had have very, since my ninth grade, when I was just 12 or 13 years, I've started cooking at home. And so I have just implemented the cooking ideas of my mother. She's a brilliant cook. I can never cook like her. And even with the same ingredients, I can never cook like her. And when I go to her place, it's just that I'm eating, and she's never tired of feeding me. She says only my daughter can give me the exact reaction what I need for my dish.
That's so sweet.
So
Guys, I mean, I don't know how cooking gets improved because no daughter can go cook as good as the mother.
like
So
really,
if you
really.
take that fact, then cooking should deteriorate.
Oh,
But we
this
are
this
just,
must be the only dish in which my mother-in-law has said that do tell me the recipe for this dish. And I'm hoping to share the same video with her so that she can see, and she
oh,
might
good idea.
just in
yeah,
my absence, if whenever she wants to give any surprise to us, she'll definitely cook. She usually gives us surprises every day by making something different, something that the kids have had since childhood, because they have started eating food made by us, and they have started missing their mother's food. So she gives us surprise,
Yeah.
and she's very dedicated to that as
that's
well.
wonderful. Just great. What a way
And
to
I must
enjoy
say
your
that my
family.
father-in-law is also a brilliant cook. Like, he makes dry chicken so nicely. Just in if we have the pre-cooked chicken, he can just make that in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and that tastes like anything. So we have all foodies who are very eager to add their own style, add their own pattern of cooking.
That's wonderful. Well,
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that
Sorry,
your
can I ask
restaurant is new, and I was starting to cry that you don't love me anymore, but now I feel better.
I'll definitely give you a message. And Darius, I'm really not on Facebook. I am I should show you my phone. It's just I guess it's 1970s phone that I'm using right now as my spare phone. Because I haven't had any
Wow.
opportunity to look for any phone right now. So I'm hoping for
No
some
worries.
good phone.
All right,
And
thank
I'll
you.
soon buy a new one. And I'll
Greg, can
definitely,
I
you
ask
have
you?
my number. Yes, yes, please.
I have one question. Can you tell me what would you serve with this? What would you? How would you tell us what a meal you would present?
I am going to have this with rice. I am a South Indian person, so I am a rice lover. I'll have this with rice.
Yeah.
I'll have this with
Mhm.
dosa. I'll have this with idli. And
Uh,
also I can have
okay.
this with I lost the
None.
Naan,
have this with
paratha,
the appam.
roti, chapati, any
Appam. Yes, I just
Uh-huh.
had the rice ingredients ready, but you can have this with naan, paratha, chapati, bread, or also you can use this as
Okay.
pizza base. if you want to have mutton pizza, then you can use the
Oh.
same
my goodness.
on mutton
Oh,
Mhm.
without adding
Without
any
the
bone
bone.
pieces.
oh,
Without adding the bone pieces, you can use the same recipe to spread
Oh.
it over
Oh my
the pizza base and just
oh,
have
Yeah.
2 minutes cook.
wow.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hey, Surekha, I have to say bye because I have to rush downstairs to feed my dog. But thank you very
Yes,
much,
yes.
I,
Baba.
Thank you so much,
Everyone,
everyone.
bye-bye.
Jai Baba, Jai
We'll
Baba.
also have
Avtar
Thank you,
Meher
Surekha.
Baba ki
Keep
Jai.
well.
give my love to
Jay.
Jay Baba.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Jai
you.
Bye.
Baba.
Jay Baba
Jay
Surekha.
Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.